Hi everyone. In this video I will show you how to replace an old faucet and sink in the kitchen. We have a Soviet model sink which is very worn out and quite old, and a faucet from the Perestroika era. All of this needs to be replaced. Our drainage system is still cast iron, not yet replaced with plastic, and the water supply is already plastic. This already makes the job easier. We have a new stainless sink, and it is not afraid of impacts. The size of the sink is a little over 60 by 60 centimeters. A cabinet will be installed at the bottom. It is currently disassembled. We will assemble it. It is made of MDF. First, it is necessary to dismantle the old sink and the water supply and drainage system. Now the new cabinet needs to be assembled. Here's the cabinet in disassembled form. It comes with a bag of handles and nuts. First we connect both parts.
Now we attach the bottom part and secure the bar at the back.
First, we carefully nail these small rubberized legs to the bottom of the structure, ensuring they are securely fastened. Next, we proceed to attach these sturdy hinges to the doors using high-quality wood screws. The rubberized legs help to prevent slipping and provide stability, while the hinges allow for smooth and easy opening and closing of the doors. By using wood screws, we ensure that the hinges are firmly attached, contributing to the overall durability and functionality of the doors. Now, we attach the door hinges to the cabinet body, ensuring that the gaps are 2-3 millimeters. Then, we attach the second door. As you can see, the doors are not closing, which means they need to be adjusted using the hinges. To properly align the doors, you need to place your cabinet on a perfectly flat surface, and then you can proceed with the adjustments. This bolt adjusts the position of the door relative to the cabinet slightly and carefully horizontally. Here, there. The second bolt adjusts the door's alignment relative to the furniture in terms of thickness. Relative to the plane. Back and forth, I adjusted these cabinet doors, but relative to the central part, they are slightly bent because there is a gap on the side. This gap is necessary so that the doors do not rub against the side of the furniture when opening. Therefore, I nailed a square washer in the lower part at the center to make the doors even relative to the top bar. I attached a plastic bushing in the center, right between the doors, for their support. Now the doors close evenly relative to the top of the cabinet. We attach these metal handles using 2 bolts and 2 plastic balls. The handle is in place. When the cabinet under the sink is ready, you can start dismantling the old sink and plumbing with sewage. We turn off the water supply system and unscrew the faucet supply valves. We carefully place the new cabinet in this spot and securely. To securely secure the sink to the cabinet, I carefully make small cuts on the front panel with a hacksaw, and then gently slide our sink into place with precision. And we carefully put the sink in place and securely, making sure everything is perfect. The sink doesn't quite reach the back wall, so I'll need to cut a notch in the cabinet for the sewage elbow. Using a jigsaw and a wood blade, we will make a small cut at the bottom, so that the sewage pipe fits snugly against the cabinet. Now the cabinet is in place, and we can proceed with installing the faucet. The faucet will have a single lever cartridge and needs to be secured to the sink first, then connected to the water supply system. Hoses are typically 40 centimeters long, but our pipes are short, so we will need to use 1 meter connection hoses. First, you need to take 2 hoses, carefully thread them through this tube, and then hand tighten them securely to the mixer outlets to ensure a tight fit. And in this state, let's proceed with installing the mixer on the sink. And tighten the nut. And all that's left is to connect the hoses from the mixer to the water supply. So I connected them considering that hot water should be on the left side and cold water on the right. Therefore I have hot water on the top and cold water on the bottom. Now the new siphon needs to be connected to the sink. There is a rubber gasket here. It needs to be placed underneath. And all of this will be tightened from the underside of the sink. On top of the sink there is a bolt and a grate. From below we bring the siphon, and from above the bolt with this grate, and tighten it well and securely with a flathead screwdriver, very carefully. Now, for connecting the corrugated pipe, it is necessary to use a cast iron pipe. As it will not provide a tight seal for the corrugated pipe, to ensure a better fit, lubricate this adapter thoroughly with a suitable detergent. Once properly lubricated, carefully insert the adapter into the cast iron pipe, making sure it is securely in place. Everything is connected. You can turn on the water and check how everything works. It does not open evenly, there are no misalignments,